all my Fox Hallow fam. I'm Dave and welcome to Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Now people always try to tell you, you can't have it both ways, but what do they know? This week we're making soft pretzels, and we're not just going to have them both ways, we're going to have them 4 ways. We're making them salted, cheesy, with everything, and with cinnamon sugar. There's a little something for everyone. So if you're ready to take a trip to Pretzel Town,
this is a Pretzel Town, pretty boy.
Then let's have some fun. Okay, to start our dough, I have water here that's about 112 degrees. I'm going to put that in the bottom of my stand mixer bowl. To that then, I'm going to add a packet of dry yeast. And we're just going to stir this until it dissolves. Make sure we get all of it. And then we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes to activate the yeast. To our yeast mixture then, we're going to add 2½ cups of flour. And half. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 1 teaspoon of sugar. We're going to put on our hook attachment here for the dough. And just stir this gently until we get a dough forming, and then we're going to knead it for 5 minutes. Okay, after about 5 minutes, we're going to pull this out, and we're going to place this in an oiled bowl and let it rest for 30 minutes. Okay, while our dough is resting, let's make our cinnamon sugar for later. I'm going to put 1/2 cup of sugar in a shallow bowl. And to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm just going to mix this together until it's completely mixed. And that's all I need to do for that. To make our topping for our everything pretzels, we're going to start with 1 teaspoon of sesame seeds, 1 teaspoon of caraway seeds, 1 teaspoon of minced dried onion, 1 teaspoon of poppy seeds, and a teaspoon of coarse salt. I'm using coarse sea salt, but you can use pretzel salt, whatever you have. And again, just stir this together. And there, that's ready then. The next thing we're going to do is take our dough, which has had 30 minutes to rest here. We are going to put this out on a lightly floured surface as soon as I can get it out of the bowl. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this into 8 pieces. I'm going to take each piece and I'm going to roll it into a little ball, get it as smooth as I can, and just set these aside. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these under a damp towel for about 10 minutes to rest again. While our dough is resting, I'm going to take 1/2 cup of warm water in a small bowl, and to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of baking soda, and just stir this until it's more or less dissolved. And then we're going to set that aside. Okay, now comes the fun part. I'm going to take one of these dough balls, just like this, and we're going to stretch it out a little bit. And then we're just going to roll them out into a long thing. Just roll it from the center and just keep going. Okay, and then once that's rolled out, we're going to take it and twist it into a loop and make a pretzel out of it. And once I've got my pretzel, I'm going to dunk this in my baking soda water and just swirl it around there. And then set it on a prepared baking sheet. And then do the other one. I'm going to do 2 at a time here. Just stretch it out. Twist it. Make a pretzel out of it. Swirl it around. And then put it on there. And then over these first 2, I'm going to sprinkle my coarse sea salt. Just like that. Get over both of them while they're still wet so the salt will stick. Okay. And then we move on to our next 2. For our next 2, I'm going to put our everything seasoned salt on them. Really lay it on there. Okay, and we move on to the next 2. I'm going to sprinkle cheese on 2 of them. And I'm going to make 2 more that are just plain for the cinnamon sugar. Next, I have 3 tablespoons of melted butter here, and I'm going to brush these down with melted butter. Don't be afraid to use all 3 tablespoons of this butter. This is what makes them nice. The last thing we're going to do is take our plain pretzels here and dip them in the cinnamon and sugar. Just swirl them around there because they got this butter coating on them now. Just swirl them in the cinnamon and sugar to get them covered. Do that with both of these. And there you have it. And now for the best part, the taste test. I got one with everything here. Oh, those are so buttery and so good. You're going to love them. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you all for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, just remember, good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. We'll see you soon.
If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.